there not anything on your teeth?
We're live.
You're not.
It should be live, right? Yep.
Okay.
Wait,
Wow, thanks.
Was there anything in your teeth?
Yeah.
Let me see. No. It's fine.
I was just finishing dinner. Look. Wow. This is too funny.
Oh, it's funny.
I-
Okay, let's make sure. Alright.
Hey everyone, just a moment. We're just getting started.
Yeah, how's it going? Hey. Hi, guys. Can you guys hear us? Is it loud and clear? Do I need to turn up the mic? Are we good?
Oh, I can't hear anything. Oh, I hear something. Oh, you have that set. Oh, okay, this. There we go.
Yeah, we good?
All right.
All right,
We've got some
perfect.
feedback here.
How's it going? Man, it's so good to see everybody again.
Wow, it's been quite some time.
Let me share
Let me
this.
see who is tuning in from where. I would love to know. Welcome to 2024 stream. It's back. Do I hear some feedback? This?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Wait, hold on. Let me put this. Let me share this in the. Did you share this in the group?
I did not share in the group. I shared it on my page. What's up, everyone? Where are you tuning in from? Let me know. H-Town. All right. New Waverly, Texas. Whereabouts is that? I've never heard of that area. Austin in the house. Florida representing. Yay. Wonderful. What up? Willis, Texas. Okay. Big C is in the house, yes. Jason is in the house. Rochelle is in the house. From our team so far, Kay is in the house too. Okay. Conroe. Okay.
Awesome.
We just had a brief meeting with our operations person.
Operations person. Jason.
Earlier, that came from California, actually.
Jason is not operations person.
What is? Well, he's part of operations.
He's like.
He's multitask. Multitask. Hi. In the
Hey, nice
house.
to see everybody. It's been a-
Louisiana, nice.
I know it's been a minute, but it's always good to see everybody.
Okay, I'm here. I'm seeing this. Okay.
Yeah.
We have lots to share to you guys tonight, but we wanted to have a discussion too. So please feel free to chat away. I know there's some veterans on here that would love to inform you more about Anime Matsuri. And when is that happening? August 8th through 11th at the George R. Brown Convention Center here in Houston, Texas, y'all. So please join us for our 18th annual convention. I am Denise Lee, and this is Mr. John Lee, and we're here to party on live stream.
Well, yes, we are, and we have lots to talk about for the convention. We're gonna have these live streams every Monday, 9:30. So join us if you can.
Yeah,
This is
leading
where we
up to the
discuss.
convention.
Yeah, this is where we discuss everything about Anime Matsuri, what you can expect. But you know, sometimes the live streams are a little tricky because we want to tell you guys what's going on and what we have planned and what's happening and what's coming. But at the same time, we want to leave some of that stuff as surprise. So, it's like a fine line. Do we, we don't want to say too much, but at the same time, we want you guys to get ready, for the convention. So I don't know. Some people like surprises. You come to the convention and you see something new that you didn't think was going to be there, and you go, wow, oh my God, look at this, right? Versus telling you what's going to be there. So, what do you guys think? I personally, I don't like surprises. So, I tell Denise all the time, I don't like surprises, not like for my birthday or anything. Just tell me what you're going to do so I can plan for it. I like to plan for stuff. Denise, on the other hand, loves surprises. So,
I don't know about loving, but
well, you
I
love
don't
surprises.
mind. I don't mind.
Well, I think you do.
No.
I think you do. Well, so anyway, that's it here. So we'll discuss the convention. At least, all right, we'll try to keep some things as a surprise, but sort of like, get you guys excited about what's going on. There's always a lot happening at Anime Matsuri. It's a big convention for anyone that has been to the convention center. You guys know how big it is and what happens. And for anyone that's new and you're just joining us and this is your first time or you're planning to attend AM for the first time this year, well,
you're in
welcome.
for a surprise.
Yes.
How big it is. In terms of size, the George R. Brown Convention Center is approximately 2 million square feet. Now, we do take all 3 levels of the George R. Brown and the outdoor part of Discovery Green Park as well, and Avenida de las Americas street in front of the George R. Brown. So all the space is ours for that weekend, and it's going to be pretty crazy in terms of if this is your first time attending, but don't be alarmed. We're here to help, and I'm sure many of our veteran attendees are going to help you along the way. Now, just a FYI, I know people have been anticipating this, which is when is our app launching? And you can answer that. It's coming up.
Yeah, so the app is almost ready. Should be launching anytime now. When that launches, there's a lot of stuff going on in the app. So just remember, when it launches, download it because that's where our schedule is.
Yes.
We don't have our schedule on paper.
Nor on our website. So
Yeah,
it's
it's
only
in
through
the app. Yeah, because there's a lot. So there's way too much to print out. And there you can, and you can use the app without the internet. So that's the other thing. You can just download the app. But it's pretty good to stay online because things change on the fly and, we send push notifications and it makes life so much easier. And, it's a way for us to just like keep in contact with each other.
I just realized you're much taller than me right now.
Am I? Well, I don't know. How can I put it?
It's okay.
Or should I?
We won't be doing live stream
There you
in
go.
this room
Is that better? All right.
all the time. We're going to be switching it up as we go.
Do you feel better now? You're
I do
as tall
feel
as I
I
am.
do feel a little better. It's okay.
Okay.
I don't mind you being taller there.
All right.
It's too short now.
All right. Now, a bunch of people are like, surprise me. I want to be surprised. Are you talking about surprising you here on the live stream or
At the convention.
at the convention?
That's great. You guys are, wow, since 2008. That's our first year, Yao Easter. That's been a long time.
I know.
3rd year back for some of you.
Yeah. Anime Matsuri started in 2007. Yeah. At the George R. Brown.
Yeah, when
It was
we
there
only had
for-
one hall.
Yeah, it was there for 1 year. And then we went to the Woodlands. Yeah. This is just...
And then back downtown.
Oh,
Eventually.
yes. Yes. Cake Pop Just Talks. Thank you for sponsoring HCC Anime Club. You are welcome. You're welcome. And thank you.
Awesome.
Thank you for having an anime club. We'll talk about the anime clubs and the sponsorship for the schools. But it's pretty important to have anime clubs. I think every school should have an anime club.
At least a cultural club.
No, an anime club. It has to be anime. There's a difference. Because anime is awesome. And I think lots of.
There's so many different genres of anime if you think about it, for all ages, for different age groups and different types of content, stories, and it's just amazing art and storytelling. So we love that about this industry and what it does, how it touches you, how it changes the world. So this is a great a way to introduce yourself to anime by coming to the convention or having introduce it to others that have never been to an event like ours. And it's an awesome way to also experience things, because it's all about in-person experiences, and that's how you meet people, how you actually get into what you would really like to see and actually do. So just trying things out for the first time. Who actually tried something new last year at Anime Matsuri? And tell me what you tried new, because that's something I would love to hear. This is a great way to discuss things that you possibly liked for the first time and let others know.
Absolutely. Okay, so let's start with some interesting, I guess, announcements. So first of all, before we get to the announcements, let's introduce you to this year's Mirai. As you guys know, Mirai is our mascot.
It means the future.
Yeah, that's what it means in Japanese. And every year there is a different version of Mirai. We have different artists that illustrate different versions of her. So this year there's two versions of Mirai done by two different Japanese illustrators. And we are going to show you both of them. So, all right.
Okay. So this first year that Mirai is illustrated other than our own, I guess, team. Two different Japanese artists.
Well, yeah, but I mean, so was the
year.
last few years. I mean,
not two. Two Japanese artists. Illustrators.
Well, correct. Yes, two different artists, of course. So this is an artist that goes by Yu. Is a popular Japanese illustrator, and when we make these announcements, I guess if you want to follow them on Twitter, I don't think they have Instagram, but I think they have Twitter.
On X.
On X, yeah, I guess. But this is Mirai for this year. This is what she looks like.
Funny story. So I was at an event last week, and I showed Mirai as she is right now on a 20 by 10 backdrop, and someone thought, because they've never been to an anime convention and they've never seen it like this before at their business, they thought it was a skateboarding event. So just something funny.
Okay, so
but it was really cool though.
I guess what Denise is saying, for if you're a first timer, this is not a skateboarding event.
Yes.
You know what? Don't even skateboard at the convention. I don't think that's allowed inside the convention center.
No, not at all.
All right, so this is a version of Mirai by Yu, and here's the other version of Mirai.
Ooh, so different.
By another popular Japanese illustrator called Matsubara. So this is his interpretation. But there's and I'm sure for any of you guys that if you love art and you sort of like, I'm sure you can understand that there's some similar features here. So you can see the skateboard is the same. Like you can tell that the clothing, her general look, like the hoodie she's wearing, all these were established before. Beforehand.
Actually, we were part of the design process with.
Well, yeah, and we are always part of the design process for most of what you see at the convention. We're pretty involved, and this is, in this case, we wanted something with a skateboard. We've never done that before, and we wanted a skateboard that was a real skateboard. So something that we would design and we would make So the skateboard that you see here in this illustration will be pretty real. Well, then again, so with the hoodie and a couple of other things. So,
Yes.
we'll show you guys.
I might have to share some behind the scenes about that later, when we actually get the items.
Yeah, yeah. I guess it's it's interesting. So so these are this is the two versions of Mirai, and this is what you'll see, on the badges and on the key visual throughout the convention. It's pretty cool. So let's take a look. Let me switch on to this. All right, so here you can see this is some concept art.
Oh, you were gonna show some behind.
Yeah.
I was just saying that.
Yeah, here's some concept art. You can see the skateboards. There was 3 different versions on the left there, and the hoodie. So the hoodie is pretty cool. The hoodie she's wearing is real. You'll be able to purchase that at the convention if you want. There's a white version and there's a black version.
But look at how so much information and detail went about this. It took months actually to work with the illustrator, designer, back and forth, trying to get everything right in the way that we want to present it at the convention. So this is a little insight of what went down in the process of all this.
Correct. And you can imagine this actually takes quite a bit of time to get all this together. All these little details had to be finalized, and there's a lot of little details. It isn't just about the general concept or the general illustration of, let's say, the skateboard or the hoodie. There's many little elements that had to be defined. And, I could talk about this stuff all day long, all the different, the different layers and different logos and the different
Just concepts.
Yeah. Texts and what they mean and why they're there. But
Yep.
we wanted to have Mirai wear something that people could buy. You could, look like that. And that's, easier said than done. But I'm so happy that we could make this happen. And at the convention, you'll be able to see this stuff for real, including the skateboard, which I think it's pretty awesome. I think probably maybe by the next live stream we should have one board here and we can show you guys what it looks like.
It'll be a limited amount of hoodies. So just FYI, that goes for our shirts as well. It's sold out before our shirts, and so please grab one if you like it. You should grab them. Just don't think about it. Just grab it because it might be gone by the second day. I don't know.
Yeah. So that is Mirai, our mascot for this year. Obviously, this version of the mascot is only for this year. So by 2025, it'll be a different version done by, different artists, or might be the same artists. We don't know. We pick different artists every year, just depending on what we want to do and the style. And
we have plenty of illustrators in Japan that are amazing. That we get to pick and choose who we want to work with, and every year there's bigger and better possibilities. So
yeah, and the more popular the artist, the longer it takes
Yes.
to book them. So
Yeah.
you can imagine some of them, like for example, one of the artists for 2025 was booked 3 months ago, and he will probably be done next April. And the convention is in July, by the way.
Kind of
next year.
crazy, right?
Yeah, but that's what it is. Popular illustrators are busy, and they have a lot of work to do. So And not to mention the process takes time. They make a concept, make a sketch, and they send it over, and we go back and forth and we fix things. Not to mention there's a different designer. Like there's a graphic designer that makes all the little separate elements. So for example, like if she's wearing like a hat or a hoodie, that's done by a separate graphics designer, and that has to be established first, and then that's given to the illustrator, and then the illustrator just puts that together with the artwork.
I know those pants are fire, right? Also, yes, Yaoi Star is correct. Super Pass holders, you do get a T-shirt
Yes,
with
yes,
your box.
yes. Now, this stuff, we're not sure exactly how much. We don't have any pricing right now because it's still a little early. We will pretty soon, and we can let you guys know before the convention, so you guys have an idea, and just maybe a rough idea of how many pieces there are, because it'll give you an idea if you need to go get one real quick, or is it going to sell out real fast. But normally we don't make that many. I mean, it's a limited edition, and we want to keep it like that. So if you're lucky enough to get one, then you're one of the lucky ones, so you can remember that year. All right. So
Okay.
today, actually, we made this announcement. When was it? Friday, but today
On X and Insta.
today we announced what is some part of, is not 100%. This is, I would say, I don't know, make 80%
Godzilla
of the
70.
Godzilla 70th anniversary celebration at Anime Matsuri this year. So, for anyone that didn't know, Godzilla and Toho has been part of Anime Matsuri since 2019 when we brought them for the first time. And that was the 65th anniversary of Godzilla. 5 years later, we're still working together. We have a great relationship. It's now the 70th anniversary of Godzilla. That also happens to be the oldest movie franchise in history.
And all
Godzilla.
of the movies.
Yes. Godzilla is the oldest, followed by James Bond,
Bond.
which is number 2. These are the oldest movie franchises. Just in case you didn't know.
Well,
Now-
Godzilla is pretty old.
Now, for that celebration, you can imagine Toho had plans of their own. We had some plans of our own, and then we all kind of like got together and figured what we're gonna do and how we're gonna do it. But it's pretty special this year. So, the 4 guests we announced on Friday on Facebook and today on X and Instagram, very interesting guests, by the way. So we have Shinji Nishikawa, which is his
The ultimate.
he's the amazing illustrator. He's the designer of Biollante and Mechagodzilla Kiryu. So he'll be there, and he was there last year, and he did some live drawings. If you were there at the Godzilla booth last year, I'm sure you saw him.
Incredible.
And he had some stuff to sell, and he did the live drawings, which was pretty amazing. He's
And
so much.
It took him like under an hour.
Yeah, he's so much fun. He's so much fun to watch. Yeah.
There'll be some surprises for you from Nishikawa as well. So look forward to that at the convention.
Yeah. All right. So now we have Harada and Otaka. Now these guys work for a company called Kokuryu Studios, and they make models of
Statues.
Godzilla and from the Godzilla world, and
Enhance it.
they are really good. In Japan they have this thing called garage kits, and normally what happens is like you can just buy a kit and you can put some of it together, or it comes together and you need to paint it yourself, and you have lots of, I mean, in Japan they love this stuff, so you have lots of people, skilled people, painting their versions of of these monsters, and it's amazing. So let me show you what I'm talking about. But before I do that, the last person, Giwachin, Giwachin is a YouTuber. He's probably the most popular Godzilla YouTuber in Japan. Now he's coming because Toho wanted him to come and cover just the celebrities, the celebrations, and make videos about that. And since most of his viewers are Japanese, he's basically showing Japan what goes on here. And we're very grateful that he picked Anime Matsuri here in Houston to just show like the fandom to the Japanese public, which is pretty awesome. All right, so
those are the guests for our Godzilla. That's one more also, but Miyajima.
yeah, he wants to remain anonymous for now.
Oh.
All right, so Kokuryu Studio. This is a picture you guys can see here. I think it's much better to have a visual.
Wow.
Because sometimes, when you're explaining, it's tricky.
That is so elaborate and detail oriented.
So they were at Wonder Festival in March. When was one of
March.
Is it March? March.
Oh wait, March or February, I don't remember.
So Japan has an event called Wonder Festival. There's actually two of them. There is a winter one, which is in March, and
Oh,
a
it's
summer one in July. And this is a figure convention. So there's figures, statues. It is amazing. I've been to it a couple of times.
It's incredible.
Yes, the Kokuryu Studio booth was really popular. What you see there on the left, Godzilla versus Biollante, and that is a huge. I mean, you can imagine how big that is.
Look at the size of that compared to the person in the background. So yeah, it's pretty massive.
So they debuted 5 different items in March.
Statues.
So yes, now they're all prototypes. So they're not on sale yet. They're new, and they were debuted. They were shown off at the at Wonder Festival, and in July, and which is July 28th. That is literally a week before AM. They're gonna debut 2 more. This 7 statues are going to be on display at Anime Matsuri in the Godzilla booth, and they're prototypes, so you'll be able to see what everybody at Wonderfest saw. And they had a really popular booth there. They had one of the most popular booths. It was amazing.
Very photographed. Just great to see, probably live in person.
Yeah, and usually things like this, they don't happen here. It's not very often that we have prototypes like this where people, the fans can actually get to see what they look like before it goes on sale or before it goes into production. And this year, for the 70th anniversary of Godzilla, you'll be able to see that and share that to everybody else. We'll take pictures and at least say, hey, I saw that, which is awesome. Now you can imagine to transport everything here, especially the 2 that are going to be in the Summer Wonderfest, because that's a week before the convention, to get it here, and then they have to come here and they have to set everything up.
Gotta airship it and set it up.
And they have to do it themselves. So
It's gonna be intense.
yeah.
So those 2 guys.
So yeah, Otaka
Rada
is the
Otaka.
yeah he like Otaka is the sculptor. So he's the one that does all the sculpting, and Harada paints.
Which
So-
is, you saw some of that. So the gray is the prototype,
Yeah, correct. No, yeah,
and then
that's
the
not painted yet.
painted version. Gosh, so incredible. So it's gonna be exciting to see it all come together, and as an exhibit at the convention, inside the Godzilla booth at Anime Matsuri.
Yeah.
Very huge treat.
So that's that. Now there's other things happening in the Godzilla booth, but maybe it's best to just keep those as a surprise, right? So we'll tell you some things, but not everything.
That's correct.
The Godzilla booth is much bigger this year than it was last year, so there's more stuff
Last
to
year
see.
was already big.
Yeah, last year was 50 by 50, so about 2,500 square feet, which was pretty big. This year is 1.5 times that. It's bigger.
So it should be, because it's Godzilla.
Yeah. We're very thankful and very grateful for the good relationship we have with Toho. And we're also happy that we can bring you guys just all of these amazing things and exciting things from, the world
Japan.
of Godzilla in Japan.
There's, you've seen the movie Godzilla Minus One. You've seen many movies on the screen, I'm sure. However, bringing it on the aspect of the creative side of things and this actual store, Godzilla's store, from Japan, and its guests, our guests, are just amazing. And I hope that you definitely check everything out and buy something to support Godzilla at AM.
Yes. All right. Now, just some quick announcements on our website. Now, I'm sure some people already know this, but if you didn't know, just a quick recap of what is currently open for submissions on the website. And I'm sure tomorrow we're going to, just tweet this, put this on social media to remind everyone. So the cosplay contest submissions are open. I mean, they have been open, and we have quite a bit of submissions this year. Actually, way more than last year, which is awesome, which is fantastic. So if you want to be in our cosplay contest, it's really awesome. You can win lots of prizes, including cash prizes, and we give out all kinds of things. And you actually we even give out a couple of badges to the convention for 2025, right?
Okay.
The best in show winner last year won 2 badges for the convention this year.
Along with the cash prizes.
Yeah, along with the cash prizes, and so it's really awesome, and you get to be on the big stage on the runway, and you can show off your creation to 6,000 people that watch the show.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
That attend the show.
so
Respect.
that's awesome. The cosplay contest is on Saturday of the convention.
One of our biggest shows.
Yes. All right, next is the fashion show model applications. Even though we haven't announced the fashion show yet officially, which we will, the fashion show model applications are open. So if you want to be a model, if you want to model in the fashion show,
Walk
just,
the runway.
just go on the website, and I'll show you guys exactly where all of this stuff is. It's not that hard to find. But the fashion show model applications is, they're open, so you can, hey, be a model. And
These are all actually under animematsuri.com under Get Involved.
correct, yes. And then the karaoke battle, which is pretty awesome. Anime Matsuri's karaoke battle, that's $2,000 in cash prizes.
More than that, probably.
And this
Debuted last year.
the winner of this event gets to sing a song of their choice before the main concert on Saturday. So before Equal Love, which is a big deal because you have tons of people there, and you can now get to you get to sing a song before everybody. And finally, Import Reactor car show submissions. So this is for the Itasha car show. If you have a car with an Itasha on it, with an awesome anime rap, you can enter the show. And speaking of Import Reactor,
Very selective number of people can enter.
correct. There is, I think we can accept a maximum of 45 cars this year because that's all we have room for. But it's a big deal.
It's going to be top of the top at Anime Matsuri.
And this year specifically, the Import Reactor this year is different than it is from other years. And I'll tell you guys exactly why. But before I do that, let me show you guys. Wait, let me see. Where's the browser? Let me go here real quick. All right. So as Denise mentioned, on
Get
the
involved.
website, everything's on the Get Involved. As you can see here, there is the Enter Cosplay Contest
All the
here.
different applications and submissions.
Yeah, correct.
forms.
There's the Cherokee Battle. Oh, what did you say? 2023. Should say. That should be it. There's the fashion show model, and there's import reactor right here. There on the website. Now, obviously, just let's say like the cosplay contest. So if you want to join,
Information, different categories, and then the submission form.
yeah. So there's information about the cosplay contest, about the judging criteria, and over here, you just fill out this form and submit, and we will get back to you as fast as we can.
There's quite a few ways to participate at Anime Matsuri, so we'd love to see you guys be part of the show, be part of our convention. Every year, it's always a privilege to put stuff on that you haven't seen, of course, but we'd love for you to be a part of it too.
Yes, that's true. So just
Very important.
Yeah, especially for example, our fashion show. The models in our fashion show are you guys, the attendees. We don't use any kind of professional modeling agencies. We prefer, which we've always done so since the fashion show started in 2008, to work with our attendees, and we have hair and makeup, and they make you look fabulous, and you get to we have some rehearsals, you get to walk the runway and just be awesome.
We're going to tell you more about the fashion show when the announcement comes out, and then we'll get into all the different brands that we're going to be working with this year.
Yes. And you know what, speaking of which, where is... Oh, they're downstairs. Let me go grab those magazines real quick.
Oh, let me go grab it.
Are you going to go grab it? All right. They're on the table. All right, so Denise has gone to grab some magazines, which we want to show you guys. Because here at Import Reactor Car Show Submissions, this year for Import Reactor, we're going to do something that we have never done before. So, there's two things I'll talk about for Import Reactor. And the other things, you guys can come and be surprised. We'll keep we'll keep that stuff as a surprise. But two things we can tell you guys up front so you can see. Number one is that if you if you look here, starting... Oh, thanks. So starting this year, 2024, we Anime Matsuri has become a partner for TOMS, which is the racing division for Toyota. So what you see here, this is the TOMS racing car from the previous one before the season. This vehicle, this is a GT500 car, will be on display. This car is being sent from Japan over here, and it will be at Anime Matsuri on display for the first time in North America. And it's here just for the convention. It's literally being shipped here, and then we display it for the show, and everybody gets to see it and take pictures with it and whatnot. And you can see this car. It's also in Gran Turismo. It's pretty popular. And then after the show, it goes back. So come and check it out. Take pictures of it. It's really, it's a championship car. This car has won many championship titles, and it's probably the most popular Lexus in the world. So this car will be here on display. It's actually being loaded up right now, so it's
gonna be on its way.
Yeah, it's gonna be on its way pretty soon. Secondly, there is a very popular magazine in Japan called Itasha Haven, and this, like, let me show you what I'm talking about. Like, here we go. See that? Can you guys see that? So this is a pretty awesome magazine.
So many Tasha in there.
Only in Japan they have an entire magazine dedicated to just Itasha.
The biggest, of course, Itasha show is in Japan.
Yes. So the largest Itasha show in the world, it has about 1,000 cars in Tokyo. Every March, Daiba. That event is also owned by the publisher of this magazine. And this magazine, the editor-in-chief, as you can see, and the founder will be at the convention. So they're coming to cover the show for the magazine, which means that every Itasha car in Import Reactor this year will be featured in the next edition of this magazine.
Wow.
That comes out in September.
Woohoo!
And I think, if they're not mistaken, they're going to pick one car which
featured?
will probably be on the cover, or at least
What?
somewhere on the cover.
I didn't know that part.
Yeah. So they will shoot all of the cars. They'll interview the owners and, ask questions. There's interviews in here. Sadly, this is Japanese only, so there is no English version of this. But
you could use your translating app nowadays.
yeah. Let's see here.
But no, well,
What? Well, I'm trying to find
the article.
Yeah, see, so they they have different interviews and you guys see that?
Oh yeah,
That's it. Well,
have a wedding with it.
yeah. That is a big deal. That is a big deal. This is the first time they're going to be here in the United States. It's the first time.
And North America.
I think that having your car, and I'm assuming most Itasha owners, I don't know if you design your own Itasha or you can have, artwork from an illustrator and you can just sort of
Wrap it.
design how you want it to be, or at least you have some kind of creative input on what it ends up being, which is amazing. So you can see your, I guess, or part of your work in this magazine, and it'll live forever, right? You can, I guess, we'll make sure that we'll have some sent to us where anybody that wants to buy one,
It will probably be at the anime bar.
yeah, you can buy one, and that'll be awesome. And you will get to be featured in here just for being in the show, which is pretty amazing, if I say so. What do you guys think about that? I think it's amazing.
That is that's a huge news, and it's also a huge opportunity, and is an honor to have them this year. This is our first time. I mean, we've been featured in magazines in Japan, but for an Itasha magazine to actually come to the convention and feature something from the convention in one of their, I guess, volumes, it's just unheard of. So this will be really, really awesome.
Yeah. So for anyone, I see somebody asking a question, will there be any magazines for purchase at the convention? Yes.
Yes.
But the magazine with the convention coverage
Feature.
comes out in September. So that comes after the event. So we will make some arrangements for them to send us.
And we'll do an event about it.
Yeah, we'll figure out some kind of system and who wants to buy one, and some kind of pre-order system where we'll just have them ship magazines to us so we can have it. I'm so excited about
Something post Anime Matsuri you can do with this, so we'll make that happen for you guys.
Yeah. It's it's pretty awesome. So you guys, you can just, if you have an Itasha and you want to join our car show, it's a pretty good year to do so. We already have, even though we're just officially announcing this now, the page has been open for a few days, and already people found the page and already started sending submissions in. So I think we can take about 45 cars. So we're gonna do our best to, I'm sure we can't take everybody, but we'll do what we can to take as many as we can.
In the next live, we'll share with you the exhibit hall space and layout so that you can see where the cars are going to be featured at the convention space.
Yes. Yep. All right. So I see somebody asking about Japanese voice actors. Now, speaking of Japanese voice actors, we announced two already. Now there's more to come. But one of them, right, is this guy.
Yoshimasa Hosoya.
So Yoshimasa Hosoya. I'm sure you guys know him from Attack on Titan. I think we've set that up. He's probably his...
He has so many amazing works, though.
Yeah, he has a lot of roles, but probably this is one of his more popular ones.
This will be his first time at Anime Matsuri, first time in Texas. And he's extremely well known in Japan as well.
So here's an interesting story, right? We're thinking, should we keep this a surprise? But I mean, we have to say it anyway because when the autographs go on sale, it's something that I think you guys should know beforehand. So just keep in mind one thing about Hosoya. When we signed him on and we started discussing, I remember our first meeting. If anyone has been to any anime convention, not just Anime Matsuri, and if you've had the pleasure of getting an autograph from a Japanese voice actor, you know that they usually sign the whiteboards, they're like maybe that big. And this is where they sign the autographs. And we always have people in line every year asking, oh, can they sign this? Or can they sign that? Or can they sign this?
Funko Pop.
A Funko Pop or DVD cover or something, right? And the answer to that is always no.
Unfortunately for
Yes,
seiyus.
unfortunately. Japanese voice actors follow very strict guidelines. So they don't, the management doesn't let them sign anything because the reason for this is because I guess there's many reasons, but one of the main reasons is they don't know what's what. Because over here, they're not used to the items that we have here in the United States, and they don't want to sign anything that's bootleg or anything unofficial, which creates problems.
Yeah, also they have to get permission from the studio or the licensor for the anime that they worked on. So it's very much multiple layers. Most of it is red tape that are put on the voice talent in Japan. So it's not just their management. It's actually part of the restrictions that the studio and licensor puts on all the seiyus in Japan.
Yeah. And, Japanese people are very honest and they just by the books. So they just sign the whiteboards. Anyway, at the first meeting with Hosoya, I actually asked, well, since this is the last season of Attack on Titan, and it just so happens that, his, it's sort of like a coincidence. He's coming here and it's the last season, would it be possible for him to sign Attack on Titan something? And they said no.
Some kind of memorabilia.
Even though he's one of the main characters. But they said no. So I was like, okay, under what circumstances can this be possible? What do we need to do? I'm sure there's got to be some way to make this work, right? So they said the only way that this can happen is if we get permission from the license holder of Attack on Titan, maybe to sign the actual key visual, which is the latest poster for the latest season, right?
Wow.
So basically the newest poster, right? But in order to do that, we have to have, that has to be part of the contract. This was maybe 2 months ago. So we
We
made it a point
to go after it.
to go after it. We're talking about Japan, and this is like 3 trips to Japan later. We're happy to tell you guys that this year we will have the latest key visuals from Attack on Titan, which Hosoya will autograph. There's only going to be 100 of them, and they're posters.
Only 100.
So this is pretty rare, actually. To have, I guess, so you have an official licensed Attack on Titan poster signed by Hosoya will be a big deal.
Yeah. And we had to get that license too.
Yeah, correct. Yeah, so, yes, we had to get the license to do this. So, the license for his character and the key visual, to make this happen. And this stuff wasn't cheap. It takes a lot of trust and connections. They don't just give it to anybody. But, we're happy that we could make it happen.
We're very honored that they said yes to us.
So,
and it's going to happen.
So when the autographs go on sale, we'll explain this, and I'm hoping that by that time we would have, I guess they would send it to us, so we'll know what it looks like, and
Yes.
we can show it to you guys so you can see exactly what it looks like. And 100 of them, that's it. He's only signing 100. He's only having 100 autographs, and they're only going to be 100 posters. So. The lucky ones, I guess good luck, and hopefully you guys get one
So,
as soon as it
yeah.
comes out.
Yaoi Star had a good question because she may not want the poster to be signed. Then you can only do it on the whiteboard. That's the only option.
Yes, correct. So it's either poster or whiteboard.
That's correct.
Yes.
So unfortunately, nothing else. It already took several months to work on just one license for him to sign, and so it'll take too long to get something else at this point. But we're already honored to get this done. This is the first time it's an official, key visual that is new, the newest one. And ASEIYU is able to do this at our convention, so it's only this opportunity. But yes, the autograph already itself is a rare opportunity. So if you are one of the 100 that gets to have the autograph by Hosoya-san, please honor it and make sure that you get it done very carefully at the convention. How much is it? We're gonna tell you when we finalize all the paperwork that we have.
I think somebody said here. Wait.
Someone there.
What? Where?
Oh.
Yaoi Star. There's a con I'm going to this month, and they're charging $200 for the Seiyu autograph.
Wow.
Wow.
We will keep it not that price. We try our best to make everything.
Yeah, affordable, or as affordable as possible.
Yes.
Anime Matsuri is a big convention, and we talk about this every year. Our badges are relatively, compared to what you're getting, the main events, they're pretty affordable.
Yes. Well, if you think about it, right now the 4-day weekend pass to Anime Matsuri is only $105. That's for 4 days, guys. August 8th through 11th, and I don't see any event out there with that price right now. So just FYI.
Yeah, considering everything that's at the
convention.
Yeah, at the convention.
So we're talking about part of the exhibit hall, all the events and programming leading up to the all day long for that, as well as the nighttime events, which is unheard of. And usually, if you go to a concert, you're spending about average nowadays $100 alone on a concert ticket, if you're lucky. So for Anime Matsuri being 4-day event and only at 105, it's extremely affordable.
Yeah, and don't forget, these tickets actually started at like $65. Was it 65 or 60?
65, yes.
$65. So if you bought tickets,
Back in August.
yeah, back in August, you were paying $65 for the entire weekend.
It's crazy. Think about.
Yeah, which is awesome. And it makes sense because if they're too expensive or if just things are too expensive and you price people out, then it's not fun anymore. We want to enjoy everything that we do with as many people as possible.
Yeah, and we also want you to support the artists and exhibitors and the industry that is coming from Japan so that they can come back and be part of the convention for you guys as well as for any newcomer in the future of the convention. So this is why it's important for us to keep it as affordable as possible, even though there's inflation going on.
Yeah.
We didn't know about the inflation last year, so we kept the price at, marks as what it was that we put it at last year.
Yeah. J Stuff 15. Oh, sorry. This is a sidetrack question, but will Mayor Whitmire be attending for opening day? Okay, so
That's Mayor Whitmire, by the way, is the new mayor of Houston.
yes. So, what do you guys think? I mean, you've seen him. What do you think? Do you think he's like someone that would cosplay? Should we make him cosplay? What do you think? Because a bunch of our friends were like, "Oh, he doesn't look like the kind of person that would cosplay." Right, but then that's what they, that's what they said about Turner. Mayor Turner. That's what they said at first. It was like, Mayor Turner, he's gonna cosplay? No way.
His whole team was shocked when
Everybody
he came
was
out.
like, no way. He's not gonna do that. Then he shows up in Goku, and everybody's like, what? Yeah. So you never know. But is Mayor Whitmire coming?
We're working on that. Yes,
Okay, we're working on that, and
I've requested it.
what character do you think he looks like?
Of course, he looks like One Punch Man.
One Punch Man? Why? Because he's bald?
So are you?
Yeah. Well, I don't know. Like, I mean, I don't have a picture of him here, but I'm sure, you guys, you guys can suggest what he should cosplay because I'm sure, they're going to come back and ask us. And let's see.
What do you guys think so far of all the information we gave you?
All right, let's.
There's Mayor Whitmire.
All right. Honest opinion here. All right. What do you think he should cosplay, or who do you think he should cosplay?
Okay, so some have said
Master Roshi. Oh my god.
Krillin, One Punch.
Okay, all right. There you go. See, this is what it looks like. So for anyone that, if you didn't know what he looked like, there he is. So we'll see. It's always fun. Always fun when somebody cosplays for the first time in their lives.
Yeah, I don't think he has cosplayed ever.
Well, but that's what makes anime conventions fun. Here we get to go and be whoever we want to be. And that's fine. And we celebrate that, which is amazing.
For those who have also been inquiring, our Artist Alley has been sold out for many months now. So unfortunately, there's only very few exhibitor booths left. And then you guys need to get your passes for Anime Matsuri. And more importantly, if you're going to be staying with us for the whole weekend of Anime Matsuri, you definitely need to book our hotels. One of the hotels that is on our website, and please use the link because it gives us the opportunity to keep the prices low for you in the future if you book through Anime Matsuri. So as many of you veterans know, Anime Matsuri's official hotels, which is Hilton Americas and Marriott Marquis, is connected to the George R. Brown Convention Center via Skybridge. So those are the two main hotels in downtown, and it is beautiful, by the way, very accommodating, and part of our room block. So we try to keep it as low as possible for you guys, and in order to remain that in the future, you guys should book through Anime Matsuri so that this way we can give you more benefits in the future.
Yes. And thank you guys. If you have already booked your room at any of the hotels, any of our official hotels in our block, thank you so much. That means a lot, and it helps us. It helps us get to our citywide status. So stay with us. Stay at our hotels.
Anime Koala, question about AM Studios. We actually have information about AM Studios probably for next year, for 2025. We're going to be doing something special.
Yes. But, well, you know what? I shouldn't ruin all the surprises. And also, I see someone ask, Kirby, are you guys bringing any more Japanese voice actors? If yes, you don't have to say who, but how many. Okay, so again, we don't want to ruin the surprises.
This is why the live streams are part of, we're already sharing some behind the scenes information, and we're going to be also sharing some more news with you.
And if you guys, following us on social media, I know I can't remember, it was in the group, probably in the group I made a post about some anime premieres happening at Anime Matsuri this year. So there is more than one premiere happening at the convention this year, and that in turn comes with the creatives from the show, and it's going to be exciting. But that's a discussion for another day, right? Or another live stream. For now,
by the way, Jason Nguyen says definitely rideshare or Uber.
Yeah.
Which is great. You Lyft, Uber, rideshare, your way to the convention. Parking is, usually an issue, but you also, if you're going to be staying at the hotel for all weekend long, it's probably best to just get a ride there and stay at the hotel. This way you save some money and spend it in the exhibit hall.
Yes. Yes. And thank you guys for just even sharing our announcements, social media posts. Thank you so much. It means a lot. We want as many people as possible to come and celebrate with us. And thank you for even being here, part of this live stream, and supporting Anime Matsuri. We appreciate that a lot.
Okay, that's what we have for today. Actually, we're already over an hour. It goes by fast, these live streams, and we try to keep it as short as possible because we also are extremely busy with planning the convention and updating a lot of things with Japan and our team. So we have lots of planning to do. Stay tuned for more information, more announcements, more updates, guys. We'd love for you to share this live stream, which is going to remain on our YouTube channel. So do that. Like, share, subscribe. We would love that. And more to come. And we also will be doing live streams in many other places, as I mentioned in the beginning of the stream. So we might do it at the convention center, at the bar. Get your submissions out there that we told you guys about. Get involved with the convention. And if you want to, definitely volunteer for the convention. You're welcome to do so as well in the Get Involved section of the convention. So we would love to have you be part of our team this year. Okay. When's the next announcements coming up this week?
Yes, this week, and we will be discussing them next Monday at the next live stream. So thank you guys for joining us. It's always a pleasure, and we'll see you guys next Monday.
All right, stay nerdy, everyone. Good night. Monday nights, 9:30 p.m. was the question.